up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Kaiology with Kyra, and I'm so glad that you decided to click on this channel. This is a place where we take the time to be reflective, perceptive, and make transformative decisions that will help us live that's right, if you watched the last video, I said quality 6 times. So that's right, a quality life. So let's get right into the video. Today we're going to talk about self-care, especially in relation to how it fits or contrasts against self-soothing. So this topic came about because I just finished midterms and I've had a pretty rough week. For those that don't know, I am a grad student and I'm a part-time employee for the institution that I go to school at. So it's been a little bit hectic this last week or two, but now I'm back to my best self. But I took a day or two to get my life back together and I'm feeling great, I'm feeling productive. I want to share with you guys some of the tips and tricks that I do for my self-care routine in order to get my life back together. So first, let's talk about self-care and self-soothing, how they can work together or they can actually work against each other. So it made me realize that while I was in college, in undergrad, I actually was thinking that I was doing a lot of self-care, but actually I think I was just self-soothing because it didn't help, like at all. Like I thought what I was doing was gonna help me be more productive, be more sane, keep me from going crazy, and it didn't. So I would take a day and just binge watch whatever show I wanted to watch. I would order really crappy food and I would just put it off because I'm just like, hey, I don't have time for this. My psyche does not have time for this. So I would put it off till tomorrow. But after doing all of that, eating terrible food, just sitting in bed all day and watching TV, which I don't knock all the time, but in this specific situation, that didn't relieve my stress overall. It just relieved my stress in that moment. I would wake up the next day and still be super stressed, and I'm actually more stressed because now I have less time to do the work than what I had previously. What I thought was self-care was actually just procrastination in the form of self-soothing. And for me, that just was not the way to go about it because I was still really overwhelmed the next day. And it actually makes things worse because now I'm probably going to drink a whole lot of coffee to stay up these next few days. I'm not going to eat because I don't have the time to cook. So if I do eat, I'm going to eat garbage because it's got to be fast food because I don't have time to cook. And I'm not going to be able to socialize and cool down with my friends because I have to be in the library or wherever and study nonstop for the next 48 hours. So what I could have done is just done half of my work or a portion of my work and then just fit in a little bit of time to just watch a show, watch an episode. But I indulged for a day. I took a whole day and it took a lot of time away from me. And actually now I'm gonna make a lot more bad choices when I could have just done one choice that I didn't want to do. So we learned that self-care is definitely about being in balance, being in tune, being grounded, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and that is very true. But I think we take away the personal side to it. Everybody's self-care really has to be based on what they want and what they need in life. So for me, if getting good grades and being a good student mentally and emotionally balances me and balances me through the day, through the week, through the year, then doing something that's contrary to that is not self-care. Yes, we all need a break. I'm completely not saying anything about being a workaholic and neglecting your sanity, neglecting your health, none of those things. However, there's a way to do it so that you're not inflicting more harm. Me staying organized actually helps me to do quality work, be productive, and that's something that's very important to me personally. Another thing that's important to me is my health. So I spent the week eating out and drinking way too much caffeine. So I took a day or two to detox myself from all the caffeine. And then what I did was I meal prepped. So in the video, you'll see that I made a healthy meal. And that's just something that's really important to me. For me, just drinking straight coffee, not enough water, from not sleeping, from being overly stressed, my skin definitely got a little rough. So I took the time to give my skin a little TLC. Of course, everybody loves to have self-esteem. Everybody likes to look and feel good, and that helped me do that. I also think that sometimes people forget that self-care doesn't always feel good. We only talk about the relaxation, the bubble baths, the skincare, which is part of it, but that's only one half. Sometimes self-care looks like setting boundaries and saying no. Sometimes it means cutting people off that actually are very manipulative and don't deserve access to you. Telling someone no is self-care because that person having access to you is physically, emotionally, mentally draining you, and it's keeping you from showing up for yourself, and yourself should definitely come first. You cannot fill someone else's cup unless you are full, and that's just a fact. So don't only take the approach of self-care, feeling good, self-soothing yourself, relaxing yourself, but take the self-care that's going to push you to become a better person overall and show up for yourself the way that you deserve. Alright everyone, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching Kaiology with Kyera. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you know someone that would like this channel, definitely share it with them. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week.